From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On second down, Taylor. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him. But this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Taylor toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Fournette, a first down carry. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jaguars add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and it's now 14-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll drop to throw. Elude into pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Fournette fighting through. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Slow!
This time Taylor will throw. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Ohio. Ohio.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. What do you want?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Third down here.
11. 12. 11.
First throw now for the backup Breeze. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Luke Kuechly able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking.
Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On play action, now Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll run for it. Ivory. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Ivory, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Two. Okie. 21.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. On 1st down, Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Got it. Hey, two. 11.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Jordan Reed has it. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Here we go. 4 down.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. On the ground, Ivory. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Chris Ivory with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills cut into that lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor being chased out left. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Play action, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Bills getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
21.
Breeze now on first down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
11. 12. 21. Got it. Hey, two.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left, looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Sharks got it, left side. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Two. 11.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jordan Reed, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. To throw is Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
12. Got it. Monday.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now Breeze. And Stills over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And the pitch goes to Miller. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Flush to his right, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Good. 5-4, ready.
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Under. 36.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
12. Ready. Blue 80. Under. Ready, what's that?
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards. They go play action here on first down. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. From the gun, it's Breeze. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks and the speed and foot.
And the pressure gets to him again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Got it. 11, 11, 11, 11. Motion. Got it. 11, 11, 11. 36, 36. 21, 21.
Now Breeze got to have this one. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, it's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Easy.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw is Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On first down, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Taylor buying time to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And a return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
11. Ready for touch.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Looking downfield for Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
On third down, Taylor. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Big gain of 31 on third down.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use?